Hey, moviegoers, and do you know what? I'm not feeling it, feeling a bit scruffy. Give me 1 second, guys. Shazam! Much better. Hey, moviegoers, it's me, Shinobi Nando, and welcome to my review of Shazam.
Shazam is the story of young Billy Batson, who is bestowed the powers of the Greek pantheon by the wizard Shazam. By shouting his name, he becomes Earth's mightiest mortal. Powers such as the wisdom of Solomon, strength of Hercules, the endurance and stamina of Atlas, the lightning and magic of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. Shazam stars Asher Angel and Zachary Levi as Billy Batson and Shazam respectively, with Mark Strachan playing the villain in this film, Dr. Sivana. Young Billy sets out to learn about his powers with the help of his foster brother, Freddy.
Now, I initially went into this film with three main concerns. Number one, they weren't going to do justice to Shazam and his kind of power level. I mean, we're talking about a guy that's often underlooked. He can go toe-to-toe with Superman. On the other hand, my second concern was we were going to have like a Man of Steel thing going on again, where Billy's just bashing people through building to building. This is, DC Universe. Collateral damage is it's a big problem. And thirdly, this brings me to the story, that often Billy's kind of written off as really naive or underplayed or left aside as a trump card character, often again to face off with Superman. So my primary concern here was that he wouldn't be able to carry a film on his own. He really is often portrayed in other media as like, gee golly whiz guys, I've got all these powers, but I don't know what to do. I accidentally mess up because I'm just a kid really, haha. Especially when it came to Zachary Levi playing Shazam, who was essentially just Billy in an adult superhero body. You could have had a really bad transition between the two. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that. The story is absolutely fantastic, guys. The acting's brilliant. The transition between the two characters is spot on.
Oh, snap. You're like a bad guy, right? Oh, because you know that I'm basically invincible.
That is in no small part achieved due to the brilliant acting of Freddie Freeman, Billy's foster brother. His chemistry with both Zachary Levi and Asher Angel really help sell that these are the same person, specifically just because of how Freeman treats him. Not only there for comic relief, he's there to ease us in to this world where superheroes exist and have done for a number of years. We really do kind of get to see more of the grounded level, what people actually think. There's merchandise from superheroes. You have super fanboys like Freddie Freeman. Now, one thing you guys should definitely take away from this film, it is really refreshing to see a superhero that actually enjoys being a superhero. Now, I know a lot of the other press and everything has said this, but really if you think about it, especially in the DC universe, people are like Batman, who are either tormented or cursed to go out his vigilante ways, or like Superman, who really actually, at the end of the day, probably would just want to live on the farm with Lois Lane and Ma Kent, but feels compelled to help out because of his powers. Billy, being who he is, in reality a teenager, sometimes portrayed even younger than that in the comics, has a nice blend between those two worlds where he does feel obligated to be a hero and he has a learning curve to go through, but because he has that childlike enthusiasm, when he gets his superpowers, he enjoys them. He has fun. He tries to fly, punches through concrete, flicks away metal barrels. This film has a ton of comedy in it, and there's not a lot I can say without spoiling either the plot or half of the jokes. Luckily, you don't see most of them in the trailers, so you guys are in for a treat when you go see this. Honestly, this movie is quite fun. It's really, really refreshing. I never say that it would borderline on the silly. The age of the characters, and like I said before, Freddie Freeman's character, kind of really helps the comedy come across, and the fourth wall, or well, it's not really fourth wall, it's in universe. For us, it's fourth wall. A lot of that comedy doesn't seem forced when you have two characters that are massive superhero fans in their own right within a universe where superheroes actually exist. Now, if I had one nitpick with this film, it would have to be, of course, the villain. Mark Strachan's Dr. Sivana has a weird case of what I like to call in comics sometimes Me Too. It's basically when you have a villain that's basically, oh, you have spider powers? Me too. You've got like the ability to fly in heat vision? Me too. Which doesn't really make sense because Shazam already has a villain like that, Black Adam. For me, it was an odd choice making Dr. Sivana, who's traditionally a scientist, someone who's almost like Shazam's Lex Luthor, throwing punches with Shazam flying above a city. It's just kind of a weird, for casual moviegoers, this is not, probably won't be a problem, but for me it was. I would have either preferred to see the mad scientist side of him, or just have Black Adam. Spider-Man has Venom, Superman has Zod, Shazam has Black Adam. Why not use him? I think it also would have been a lot more interesting if we had a case of evil scientist finds a way to siphon the powers from Billy, rather than just why? But again, that's a nitpick. That's why I give this 4 out of 5 stars. Still a really good rating. I definitely recommend it seeing in the cinema, especially if you go for a matinee or a cheaper showing. Hell, I'd even say full price. I mean, I had very few nitpicks about this film, but overall, again, 4.
So guys, that's my review for Shazam. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you want me to do a spoiler discussion. Don't forget to give the video a like, as it really helps out the channel and it's super appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more movie reviews. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm uploading next. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.